Hi you guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't already know me, my name is Brittany. So for today's video, I'm going to be removing the last set of nails that I did, which is the third set of nails that I've ever done, which was made from Polygel, the same kit that I've used in the last few videos. Today I'm going to be showing you how I remove these, and then the next video will be me doing my very first acrylic nail set, which should be tomorrow, because that's when I get my liquid monomer to be able to make the acrylic nails. Sorry if I sound really tired, I just got back from a job interview. So that being said, make sure you smash like and subscribe, because if I don't get this job interview, I'm finna need it. So to start off this video, I'm gonna show you this e-file that I finally got. If you've seen any of my other nail videos, you'd know that I tend to struggle with a lot of my nail stuff because I never had an e-file. But since my last few videos, I ordered this e-file off of Amazon. I will link everything that I got off of Amazon in the description below. So yeah. So there's the operating manual right here. When you go inside, there's a thing to plug it in with. 3 brushes to brush away the all of that dust and powder, and then a whole bunch of different drill bits. You've got the metal and then the bands that are made out of sandpaper or whatever, and then the actual e-file drill bit itself. It's like a little rose gold color kinda. Let me mention 2 more things really quick. I did record how I did these nails. I just personally don't like how they turned out. They're really chunky and whatever. So I'm not going to upload the video on how I made these, but leave a comment if you do want to see that, and I will upload it. Otherwise I'm just going to delete it and then upload future polygel and acrylic videos where I'm actually, where I actually sort of know what I'm doing. Let me put in a little disclaimer. None of the products that I use in any of my videos thus far are sponsored. So any links that I leave, I gain nothing from. Any products that I use that I recommend to you, I gain nothing from. It's just what I recommend you use based off of me spending my personal money on it. Just so that you guys know that I'm not here to sell you anything. That being said, I'm going to link in the description where I got this, because my main issue with doing my nails is not having an e-file, and it's because whenever I looked them up, it was like $50–$60 for the e-file, but I found this one on Amazon for like, I believe it was $20 to $30, so it's really inexpensive, and we're about to see how well it works. Alright, so to start the removal of these polygel nails, I'm going to open up these new little nail files. So now that this is open, I'm going to go in with this large barrel bit right here, which is this one. Just gonna slide that right in there, just like that. So to turn on this particular nail bit, or nail drill, there's a little adapter attached to the power source. This switch turns it on and off, and then this little dial right here adjusts the speed of the nail drill. So I'm going to go ahead and flip on this little switch. You can see it starts whirring, just like that. I'm going to turn up the speed a little bit. Turn it down some. I'm actually going to go in with these nail clippers, and then right at pretty much where my natural nail begins, I'm going to nip, just like that. And then do one on the other side as well. And it should just come off like that. I'm just gonna cut off the remaining nail. I'm gonna pretty much do that for all of the nails. That's how they look once they're all chopped down. Okay, geez, I really am forgetting everything. I'm all over the place, I'm so sorry. I just had to get these plastic dishes, I forgot them, and I forgot my acetone, so I had to go grab that too. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the only two jobs that I've really like real jobs that I've worked, which I'll make story times on, was Tropical Smoothie and Winn-Dixie. And neither of those, I just filled both these dishes up with acetone, by the way. Neither of those really worked out. And I plan on making story times on why they didn't work out. But just like, I worked at Tropical Smoothie for like 6 months and then Winn-Dixie for like 1 week. So I'm like, it's been a while since like, and I've been unemployed for like six months since then. So this is my first like interview that I actually like really wanted in like a year almost. And it's to a place, it's like a pet store actually. And I really like working with animals and plants. So I feel like this is actually gonna be a really cool job if I do get it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna soak my nails in the acetone for about like 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'll be right back to finish removing these, nails. One thing about soaking off your nails, whether it be polygel, acrylic nail, or even just regular gel nail polish, you want to make sure, see how now this is all sanded down, and see how these are really shiny and glossy? You want to make sure that you get off all of that shine and all of that gloss before you try soaking off your nail, because you're going to have a really hard time soaking your nails off with that gloss on. It's going to take literally hours of soaking. So once you get that gloss off, then you're going to find that soaking your nail will take, like, it'll be so much easier and so much quicker. So I'm basically just going to make sure I file off with my e-file all of this top coat. You can do this with a hand file too, it's just, it would take me way longer, and I just bought this. This is my first time getting to use it, so I'm definitely about to use it. Alright, this is how they're looking now that they're all cut down and e-filed down. Now I'm just going to soak them in these acetone-filled dishes for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll be right back. I've actually gone in with this small bit, and I've gone back through and made sure I got rid of all of the polish, and I'm using this to go back through my cuticle to keep from nicking myself. Alright, so that's how it looks before and after filing it down. Now these are finally ready to soak into the acetone, and they should come off just fine. Give those about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm just gonna take this pusher and picker and just start to scrape off the nail. Pretty much for the remainder of taking these nails off, I just go back and forth between soaking and scraping the polygel off. Alrighty, that's pretty much all of the polygel off of that nail. I'm going to switch over to this bit right here. Just slide that in there. And then I'm going to take this little sandpaper thing. Just slide that onto there. Just like that. I'm gonna cut it on. I'm gonna turn it way down. Like way down. Like I'm gonna turn it to the lowest setting and then turn it up just slightly. And then I'm just gonna pretty much buff out this natural nail. I pretty much got all of the poly gel off. There's like a little bit of a top coat, sort of. Like a little layer of poly gel remnant. So I'm just gonna try and buff that out, really smooth out my natural nail. And then go through and clean up the cuticle. I still gotta remove the poly gel off of these two. It's pretty much the same process I did for this one on all the rest of the nails. Then I gotta do this hand. I really don't recommend using an e-file on your natural nail. I'm not a professional at all, but I've just heard a lot of bad things when it comes to using an e-file on your natural nail. But if it's turned down to a really low setting and you're just using one of the sanding things and not one of the actual nail bits, you should be fine. Just be very careful. Your best bet really is to use a hand file on your natural nail. So I'm going to take this little thing and just brush off some of this nail dust. Alright, so this is how it's looking now that I have all of the poly gel nails off. So I'm just going to go in with this little bit and get around my cuticle area. And then once that's done, I'm going to go in back in with this sanding file and then just buff out my natural nails to help get rid of any of the remaining poly gel residue. So I already did that with this nail, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it with the rest of the nails. Starting with that cuticle area. I'll switch to my sanding bit. I'm just going to sand all of this down. You want to make sure you never hold your e-file in one place for too long, because then friction happens, and then you end up burning yourself because of how fast and how rough the bit is. Try to always keep your fingers moving. Brush that off. And now I'm going to go, so this is how it looks before and after completely removing the polygel. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the polygel off of these the same way I did these, and then I'm going to wash my hands and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is how we're looking with all of the polygel completely off. So these are now my natural nails. I still haven't buffed this hand down, so I'm going to go ahead and put this sandpaper file back on. I'm going to cut the speed down some. I'm going to go through and just sand down this natural nail. Alright, now I'm gonna go wash my hands with soap and water, and I'll be right back. Hands are looking all natural. All of the nail remnants has been completely removed. These are my regular nails. They're all clean. Now to finish up, I'm gonna dip these nippers into this acetone, just to get them nice and clean really quick. And then see how there's like extra skin and stuff like that sticking up? I'm just gonna go through and nip all of that off. Going with these nail clippers from earlier, I'm just gonna take take down the length all the way to the nub. And that's how they're looking after they're all trimmed down. And now, last but not least, to really complete this look, to complete the removal of these nails, I'm just going to take this Neutrogena body oil. It's a light sesame formula. And I'm just gonna pretty much put that all over my nails. Just like that. Just really rub it into my cuticles and my nail bed and my nails themselves, because they've really taken a beating. They've, been dried out and all that. So yeah, just to repair all those natural oils. So yeah, that's pretty much all for today's video. That was just my, how I remove my polygel and acrylic nails. Remember to leave a like, drop a comment, and consider subscribing, because I post new videos every single Sunday. So stay tuned for that. Next video, by the time you guys see this, I should have already, because tomorrow my monomer comes in the mail, so I'll be able to do my very first acrylic set. So stay tuned for that video. That'll be next. You guys will be seeing this this Sunday, but the Sunday after this video, I'll post my very first time doing my own nail extensions at home with acrylics rather than polygel. So yeah, that's all for today's video. As always, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and consider subscribing.